Hey everybody, it is Mica. Today I wanted to do a video because Japanese FanFest happened last night and there's been a whole lot of responses and a whole lot of hatred coming in from it. And I wanted to put my 2 cents in. If you don't, this is completely off the cuff, by the way. I don't have a script. I don't have bullet points in front of me, nothing. This is just me talking in front of my camera. So if it's not very eloquent or if I repeat myself or stumble over words or anything like that, it is just what it is. So if you don't know what happened, they had a couple major announcements last night. First was they announced and they showed us the dancer class, and people were immediately upset about that because everybody thought it was going to be a healer job, but it turned out to be a ranged DPS with support qualities. And then they announced that we're going to have a second race of the Hrothgar, which are basically Ronso. And with that announcement, it came out that the Hrothgar are male only, and the Vieira, which they announced previously at the European FanFest, are going to, maybe it was the North American, anyway, that they were going to be female only. And that has brought so much ire and so much hatred. I mean, the official forums are salt flats right now. I mean, it's just absolute craziness. So I wanted to pipe in my opinion on this. Number one, with the healer, with the dancer thing, I'm glad dancer was a DPS personally, but I do think, I mean, just because it goes with the lore. It goes with the lore, it goes with the history of dancer being more of a support class and everything. So yeah, I'm happy it was a DPS. I would have played it either way, but I'm happy it was a DPS. I do, however, feel that they should have brought a healer too. In my opinion, there should be a tank healer in DPS in each expansion if you're going to bring new jobs. That's just me. I don't know what the workload's like. I don't know anything like that. So, I mean, that's just my perspective on it. I mean, I'll get to more later. When it comes to the races, gender locking doesn't bother me. Gender locking races doesn't bother me at all. It's so inconsequential that I don't really see a big deal on it. It doesn't affect gameplay anyway. It doesn't, whatever. And a lot of people are like, well, I want skinny, pretty boys. There are so many skinny, pretty boys. You have Elysians, you got Humes, Hures, I'm mixing up 11. You got Hures, you got the Makote. I mean, and even the Ara are slender. I mean, you have plenty of slender, pretty boys to choose from. And they're like, oh, well, why can't women, be, well, women can still be tough. Women can still be masculine. I mean, and also, I want to put it out there, that just because a woman is feminine does not mean she's weak. I mean, you can have a very feminine character and not have it be weak. It's completely up to you. But, so gender locking doesn't bother me. It's completely inconsequential. I can understand why some people might be upset, but yeah, to me, it's inconsequential. Where was I going with this? Oh yeah, so see, this is the off the cuff part. But the way I'm looking at things like this, and I know Square Enix isn't going to watch this. I know no one from Square Enix is going to watch this. If this gets back to Yoshida, fantastic. But I'm a new YouTuber. I'm a small YouTuber. I'm not expecting anyone from the company to even watch this. But what I want to say is this. Stick with your vision. Period. Number one, we don't know what's going behind the scenes when it comes to politics in your company. The Vieira could have had something. The Vieira are not a Yoshi P creation. There might be internal politics or something that state Vieira cannot be made into males. We don't know. This could be very plausible. Well, no. We also have the workload that comes with it. But this could be plausible, so we don't know. Yeah. I mean, but 14 has had one prevailing problem since relaunch. And I've been playing 14. If you don't know, if you've never watched any of my videos, I've been playing 14 since beta version 1. I've been with this game. I betaed the original game. I played throughout the entirety of the original game, and I've been playing ever since Alpha of A Realm Reborn. I've never not in this game's existence been a player and a subscriber of this game. So, you know, just putting that out there. But I think a lot of the prevailing issues that 14 have had has been from the fact that the dev team has kind of always, I guess for the lack of the word, crumbled to whatever the community wanted. They've always had their vision tempered by community demands, and you can really tell. I mean, let's look at housing. I mean, housing is a complete disaster. You could tell it was rushed. You could tell that the community was demanding housing, so they wanted to get it out as fast as they absolutely could. I mean, when they were talking about housing before, Yoshida had all these grander things that he was talking about, like, oh, well, you're going to be able to use free company points to put towers onto your house and to expand this and to do this and do this. And none of that ever came to fruition. And I believe it's because they had to rush it out because they were trying to meet community demands. And we see this with a lot of other aspects. You know, people are just demanding that they have the absolute best gear, even if they just sit in their house and they don't even tackle extremes. They don't tackle, you know, anything other than expert roulette. And they buckled. They gave in on, and it's just being a game developer is a thankless job. And I know I personally give a lot of criticism to Final Fantasy XIV. Heck, I just made a video yesterday critiquing and tearing apart their cash shop. So I mean, yeah, I'll critique Square Enix too. But when I critique Square Enix, I'm not. It's supposed to be more constructive criticism. It's not supposed to be like me throwing a tantrum because I didn't get my way. It's just like, hey, you know, I don't understand this decision. You know, this decision just seems whatever. That's how I always try to word it. I know it doesn't come out sometimes. I don't even post on the official forums anymore because even if I would try to do something more balanced, people would think I was trolling, and it was just a big crap storm. So I even stopped posting on the forums. But so I always try to be constructive because there are some things I don't understand. But I'm really glad that with this expansion, which looks amazing, by the way, that new city that they showed at the base of the Crystal Tower, holy crap, that looks amazing. That looks absolutely amazing. And I know it's kind of was inspired by the Final Fantasy XIV tech demo that they did, but holy crap, that looks amazing. And so do the new zones. This whole expansion seems like it's going to be fantastic, and I'm overly eager to get done with this CN storyline, so excited for it. But I'm also really glad to see that they're kind of sticking with their guns, and as a developer, as a designer, like I said yesterday, I went to school for design. I know how it is in some aspects. And when you're dealing with a client, there's nothing more annoying than having a client thinking that they know better and trying to kind of pick away and destroy your vision. And sometimes you just have to stick with your guns. And I know that Yoshida has been very complacent to demands. And I think it really shows in a lot of aspects of the game. So I'm very happy that I saw them saying, this is what we're doing for you. And I really, and there's so many features coming out with this, and you can tell they've worked really hard on it and everything. So I'm very happy that they're sticking to their guns. And I really hope, at this point, I just hope that they don't even brain out. I'm hoping they kind of keep them gender locked because people are being so horrible. So horrible. I can understand being disappointed, but holy crap, people are being horrible. I know I'm going to get so much shit in the comments or so many downvotes. But really, I mean, if you're not an artist, if you are not a designer, if you are not anything, and you have to have your vision compromised, it really you just can't create something as good. So I'm really glad that they're sticking with their guns, and I hope to see it more. I hope that, I hope that they do what they want to do more. They make their vision real. And if they have to go back and change it, be for some technical reason or something like that, I can see changing it. But compromising your vision because a handful of people are very pissed off and being very vocal about it, I think is really what, like I've said this a few times in this video, I really think that's what kind of brought this game down a little bit to begin with. So yeah. So if anybody from Square Enix is watching, and I know you're not, but if anybody from Square Enix is watching, please tell Yoshida and the dev team that I might criticize you, but I really appreciate that the work that you're doing, and I'm really glad that you're sticking with your vision. So, I mean, that's really it. I'm excited for Shadowbringers. I can't wait to get my hands on it. I can't wait to play it. I can't wait to see what you have in store. I can't wait to redo Ishgard. I can't wait to, do this whole animal husbandry or farming thing that Yoshida brought up briefly that we haven't heard about again. I'm really excited for all this stuff. I'm really excited for the end of the CN storyline and to be able to move on to something new. So, with that being said, I'm going to end it because I've been babbling on way too much. So, as per the usual, it has been a hoot. And until next time, have fun. See you in Shadowbringers.